Hello and welcome. My name is Michelle Rose with Dusty Rose Lifestyle, and I am so glad you are joining me today in our first yoga session in my snow yoga and meditation series. It has been a frigid few weeks here in the Canadian Rockies and elsewhere in the Northern Hemisphere. We are at the peak of the winter season, and this time of year is also when the Vata dosha is the highest in the natural world. As an Ayurveda health counselor, I am passionate about helping my clients and myself flow with the seasons of nature, living cyclically with the natural world and cultivating practices that create balance in our physical and mental bodies will prevent manifestations of disease or illness from occurring. For many people, this cold time of year can bring symptoms that are associated with the Vata dosha. The Vata dosha is the air and ether elements. Both of these elements are dry, rough, and mobile. There is no moisture or gravity with the wind. Therefore, Vata can manifest in our bodies in ways like dry and irritated skin concerns, brittle hair and nails, and digestive concerns like bloating, gas, or constipation. The Vata dosha can also become problematic in our mental bodies. The mobility or movement of thoughts and the flow of ideas is excellent, but when Vata or winter becomes too intense, it can show up as difficulty focusing, scattered thinking, and problems with sleeping or feelings of anxiety. This series is designed with poses and meditations to help balance the Vata dosha before we enter the next season of nature, which of course is spring or the Kapha season, which can have its own set of concerns. Ayurveda is all about simple lifestyle choices to create balance. When we balance the elements in one season of life and nature, this creates more ease and harmony as we flow into the next season of nature. Today's practice does not require any props, so roll out your mat, put on your down booties, and let's get started. We will begin today's practice laying down on our backs. I would love for you to connect deeply to the earth below you or the floor underneath of your spine. Bend your knees in towards your belly, feeling the gentle pressure up against your abdomen. Hold on to your legs wherever feels comfortable for you, perhaps behind your thighs or on your shin bones. Rock side to side gently, or perhaps roll up and down your spine as we begin today. On your next exhale, come into Happy Baby pose by gently grabbing hold of the soles of your feet with your hands, using the pressure of your legs to give a gentle squeeze to your abdomen. Attempt to keep length in your spine and keep it in contact with the ground. Use your inhales and exhales to soften any tension in your head, neck, or shoulders. Perhaps rolling out your ankles here if that feels good. Carefully release your feet back to the earth as wide as the mat, keeping your knees pointed to the sky. From here, drop both knees over to the right side of your mat in a windshield wiper motion. Come back to center and then drop them to the left side. Flow at your own pace, back and forth a few times. This is a great way to release low back tension and wake up the digestive system. Return to center with your feet hip width apart. Squeeze your glutes up and hug through your inner thighs as you come into bridge pose, pressing your heels down into the mat. Perhaps adding a shoulder bind below you if that's in your practice. Exhale and return down to the earth. From here, let's roll up and meet in a tabletop position. Begin to walk your hands out in front of you for puppy dog pose, allowing your heart and head to become heavy and make contact with the earth. This pose is a great alternative to downward facing dog if your shoulders are feeling tight or if it's -15 outside and you want a little less stress on your joints. From here, return to tabletop position and step your feet to the top of the mat, meeting in a forward fold. Bend your knees deeply here, rounding your spine and allowing your head to be heavy. Hold opposite elbows and allow them to provide some gentle traction as you sink into this ragdoll fold. Take a slow inhale as you return slowly to standing, rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae. Next, we will face the long edge of the mat with a wide stance, pointing your toes slightly outward towards the corners of your mat. Inhale your arms high overhead. Exhale and bend your knees, sinking into a goddess squat. Inhale to straighten your legs and reach your arms overhead. Then exhale to sink back down, flowing with your breath. Place your hands on your thighs in a squat and dip your left shoulder down and twist open to the right. Switch sides with your breath, dropping your right shoulder down now and twisting to the left. Return to center and place your fingertips on the mat if this is accessible for you. Bend into your left knee deeply now, almost sitting on the left heel as you straighten your right leg, flexing the foot upwards to the sky. Inhale, coming all the way up to switch sides. Allow your right knee to bend as you straighten your left leg, flexing the toes upwards. Flow at your own pace for one more round on each side. Return to center and bring your feet parallel to one another for a wide-legged forward fold. Allow your head and arms to be heavy, perhaps rotating out your wrists and stretching your fingers. If it feels good in your body, interlace your fingertips behind your back and rotate your shoulders, bringing your hands upwards towards the sky. Inhaling and exhaling any tension that you might feel in your hips and shoulders. Mindfully release your arm bind. Return your fingertips to the mat. Rise up into a half lift with a flat back. Then place your hands on your hips and gently but strongly return to standing. Keep your right foot stable and step your left foot, pointing the left toes to the top of your mat to prepare for Warrior Two. Bend into the left knee while keeping the right leg straight. Bringing your arms parallel to the ground, lengthening your arms, sending the fingertip outwards and gazing over the left fingers. Reverse your warrior now, bringing your left arm upward overhead as you lower your right arm to the outside of the right thigh. Return back to feet wide and parallel apart, arms wide out to the sides, and change directions of your warrior, bending into the right knee and keeping the left leg strong, stable, and straight. On your inhale, flip your right palm up towards the sky and reach overhead as you reverse your warrior on this side. In your own time, we will meet back in wide-legged forward fold. As you fold forward, walk your hands over towards your right foot, bending your body gently over your right leg. Come back to center and then walk your fingertips over to the left foot now, bending over your left leg, allowing your head and your heart to become heavy. Return to center and once again place your hands on your hips and mindfully return to a standing position. Come to stand at the back of your mat, facing the short edge of the mat. Rotate your arms overhead and through heart center as you forward fold. Inhale to half lift, flat back, and exhale to place your palms on the earth in a high plank position. Either drop to your knees or lower your body with control in one long line. Peel your upper body off the mat and into Cobra pose, being gentle with your low back here. Press up into tabletop and meet me in a wide child's pose. Arms long overhead, pelvis pressed back. Take a few deep breaths here and connect to the gravity and grounding aspects of the earth. Inhaling, lift your upper body from the mat and send your sits bones down to the earth while stretching your legs out in front of you for a seated forward fold. Keep this a shallow and easy forward fold, deeply rounding your back and letting your head be heavy. Take a few long, deep inhales and exhales here, thanking your spine for all of the hard work that it does for you and allowing yourself to be at ease in your body. We will do one more set of twist poses to end our practice today. Bend your right knee and place it on the outside aspect of your left knee while holding onto your right knee with your left arm. Twist your upper body to the right while exhaling deeply. Release your twist now and bend your left knee and place it on the outside of your right leg. Exhale and twist open to the left side, expanding the crown of your head upwards towards the sky. Release the twist gently and meet me in a comfortable seated position. Thank you for joining me in this Vata-reducing yoga practice. Bring your arms overhead, join your palms together and lower them to heart center. The light in me honors the light in you, dear soul. Join me next Monday for another snow yoga and meditation practice. Be sure to subscribe and turn on alerts so you don't miss a thing. If you enjoyed this practice, consider liking this video or sending it to a friend who might also enjoy it. See you next Monday.